break. I have a $25 donation from CapDraws. The games are going on all night, but I have to sleep sometime. Sad face. Looking forward to watching more when I wake up. Thanks for a great event. Thank you, CapDraws. I have a $25 donation from our very own Mr. Game and Shout. Having some trouble sleeping tonight, but thankfully the stream is here. I'm sure that there's nothing to but relaxing content to help soothe me back to sleep. Yep, nothing spherical and dimpled to keep me awake here, surely. And shout outs to the amazing, talented Nichole on the hosting desk. Oh, Mr. Game and Shout from one host to another. No, you. Thank you so much. And we are now ready for Resogun, Asus Mephistus, and a percent experienced on the PS5 with Asuka424.
Hi everybody, I'm Asuka424 and welcome to Resogun. Not a whole heck of a lot to talk about beforehand, so we can just get started. We are doing it on experience difficulty, and yeah, I'm ready to go when everyone else is. Alright, we're doing a countdown from 3. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, there's a lot to cover here and not a lot of time to talk about it, but let's see what we can do here. So, Resogun is a 2013 horizontally scrolling cylindrical shoot 'em up from Housemarque. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful, you get used to it over time. Housemarque has made some pretty heckin' cool games. They've done Super Stardust HD. If you watched SGDQ 2019, you saw Next Machina being run. And then for those of you, apparently all 4 of us that have a PS5, if you played Returnal, that is Housemarque's most recent game. Actually, an Easter egg is there's a little green dude, that green dude, that shows up in Returnal. But like every shoot 'em up, you pretty much, I go around, I go shoot things, and I try not to die in the process. Also, if you've ever heard of a game called Defender, or played a game called Defender, this will be a little similar, because it definitely is an homage to Defender. So, with a shoot 'em up, again, go fast, shoot things, don't die. A couple things in my arsenal that I use to protect myself. My basic gunfire. For speed running purposes, I use what's called the Phobos shotgun. Now you're probably thinking, Asuka, it's not a shotgun, it's a single fire bullet. Don't worry, we'll get to the fun part. Put the shotgun in a hot second, which you'll actually see very soon. We also have a couple things called a boost burst, like this. It gives me iframes, and it actually kills anything I touch with it. Well, most things. Also, about that shotgun, I now have a shotgun. So, the Phobos shotgun, it starts off as this really nice, kind of like sniper rifle, but the stronger I get over time, the better it gets. And then it just wrecks face and does so much damage over time. Or so much damage to like bosses and everything, as long as you get close to them. But there's that, there's the boost burst, and there's 2 more abilities. One in overdrive, that is essentially a giant laser face. It's a Kamehameha that wrecks everything in front of me. And then there's the final ability called the bomb. Now, I'm not going to show you the bomb just yet, but I am going to show you the overdrive, which is this. It starts off kind of weak, but again, over time, it gets stronger and it just gets bigger and more screen covering. But anywho, the final ability is that bomb. It is the strongest ability in the game. It clears the entire map, and it's really effective. But we'll talk a little bit more about how I get bombs, probably in the 2nd level, because right now we're actually already getting close to the first boss. Every level has 3 stages. You can tell by the bottom of the screen. There is, there we go. There's a health bar that fills up over time. Once it fills up, you get to fight the boss, and yeah, so we're getting pretty close to it. So let me talk briefly about Rototron, which is the first boss you'll be seeing coming up. It's after I clear all these like little riffraff things out of the way. It's no big deal. Rototron is a pretty simple boss. It's a giant circle that likes to shoot things at me, but not too many. For the most part, it's just a matter of destroying the panels you'll see that appear. Afterwards, it's going to open up, it's going to let me get into the core, and then I get to kill it proper. There we go. But yeah, we're getting close. We are getting into what I like to call tap dancing, or just dying like that. But the nice thing about dying, though, is you get iframes. Like, if you look at my ship right now, it had that, like, transparent look to it. That means it can't take any damage, which, especially in, like, later bosses, I might actually use to my advantage, particularly the third boss, because it is bleh. Anyway, here's Rototron. It takes a little while to spawn, so you do a little dance. I try to think it makes it go faster, it doesn't. It is what it is. Alright, there we go. So now we have 3 panels we have to take out. This is the first panel, this is the second panel. Now we have to wait for it to slowly get up. There we go. Third panel's done. We take out the fourth panel, and now we have access to the core. It's going to try to shoot me, which is no big deal. I use a boost burst to do a little bit more damage. It didn't like that, so it snuck right around. And I said, that's nice. I'll just kind of fly around it and take out the core. With that, we are 20% done with this run. Welcome to the only time I get to breathe during this entire run. But I'm going to speed through it because this is a speed run, and who needs to breathe when you're just doing speed runs? Really? I don't. Alright, so we are at level 2. Things get a little bit harder. Honestly, not too much harder. There'll be a few more enemies, particularly ones that are shooting at me, which is no big deal. You'll also see enemies that kind of like fan out bullets like that. I can get through it without too much issue. Let's get that power up right there. And actually, let's talk about getting power-ups. Now you'll see, picked up a human, I yeeted the human, and I was thanked for eating that human. Aside from the weapon upgrades, you get power-ups by saving humans, and you'll hear keepers detected on occasion. You'll hear 2 keepers detected right now. And there's going to be these green glowy guys that show up. If you want the power-up, you gotta save the green glowy guy. Green glowy guy, words are hard. If you do it correctly, you will hear a noise and a human will pop up. If you do not save or kill all the green glowy guys, you'll hear a womp, and then that human goes to sleep. We'll say that. Let's take care of that. Now, every human, there's like specific power-ups for specific humans. Now, these power-ups can be overdrive upgrades, they can just be basic points, they can be extra lives, and then they could be the bombs. You don't get infinite bombs, they're just way too OP. So instead, you have to get them by saving humans, which gets a little annoying, but we just kind of roll with it. Now, you start off with a certain number of bombs in the game, and then every single level, you have the potential to get one more bomb. Now, these particular keepers, they're going to give me a bomb. So that human is very important to me. And I'm going to play it very safe right now because I don't want to lose that human. Now, I can yeet the human, case in point, yeet. And I got my bomb. It doesn't die. I can toss it around like a rag doll. It doesn't die. However, if I die while holding one, it dies too. These keepers, you'll notice, look a little weird. The reason being is it was one green and a whole bunch of red ones. Those are sequence keepers, and they reveal specific humans. In this case, I get an extra life. This guy is also going to take a sleep. Sorry, dude. I lost my power up. Don't blame me. Okay, it's kind of my fault there. Anyway, so sequence keepers are honestly not that big of a deal for everything except level 3, stage 1. That is the only one that protects a bomb, and that one's really super heckin' important. But now, with this little spawny thingaroo, we are actually getting close to Stormwheeler, which is the second boss of the game. He starts off looking kind of similar to Rototron, but he thinks, well, you had 3 panels and they didn't work so well. I'm gonna use 4. I got spoilers. doesn't matter. I do need to find that extra human. There you are. Also, what I love about this boss, side note, as I shoot panels, hitboxes! Overrated! Now this one is pretty straightforward. There is a cycle to these bullets. I'm kind of playing it safe right now by just letting the bullets pass because it's GDQ and I've already died once. Anywho, let me tell you about this second phase. This is only an experience. It starts off kind of casual. There's like bullets and they're kind of easy to dodge. I have to pay attention, otherwise I'm gonna be kind of derpy and get hit by one. But it starts off bullets and then it turns and it tries to like really kill me, and it's really good at doing that. But I don't have time for that kind of negativity in my life, so I'm just gonna use a bomb and completely forego the second phase. And yeah, that boss is dead. So level 2 is done. We're gonna head to stage 1 of level 3. This is where I need to get the sequence keeper that has the bomb. And Nichole, if you have any donations, I've yapped long enough. Feel free to read some.
Oh, do I? Just cut me off whenever you need me to stop.
All right.
I have $100 from Cubs Rule 21. Good luck with the run, Asuka. One question, when do we yeet the bard?
Never eat the bard.
I have $125 from Usually Clueless. So excited to see Asuka crush Resogun. Not only is Asuka the best Resogun runner ever, she is the most fantastic, kindest, and all-around amazing person ever. Thank you for that donation. That is the sweetest thing. I have $50 from Commander Leonhardt. Glad to support such a great cause and watch this great runner. Thank you so much for your donation.
Y'all.
You have such a sweet community.
They're all amazing.
I have $20 from Infinius. Here's to the most spooniest shoot-'em-up master that I know and the leader of all the pink puffs.
Thank you. And actually with that, we have gotten our bomb from the sequence keeper. You can do that a lot faster. I am taking the safe approach and just using overdrive. It's a lot safer. But that's also actually my favorite part of this entire game. As I mentioned in the interview, that has that really cool ebb and flow that I vibe to. But so yeah, that's that part. So now actually here, you see how these jumpy boys are gold and black instead of purple and yellow? That's something called the enrage mechanic. They get angry if I don't kill them fast enough. So basically they could get a different ability, they could get faster, they could just try to wreck my face in brand new, fantastic, and not fun ways. So usually you try to get rid of them as quickly as possible, especially once they've enraged, but they honestly don't scare me enough to worry about them per se in experience, because it's experience, it's not bad. Anywho, we are going to, while dealing with this phase, we are going to talk about what the giant mouthful of Asus Methodus any percent experienced is. Simply put, Asus Methodus are the levels. There's 5 levels, each one has a name. Asus is the first, Methodus is the second. Just get through the 5 levels. Sounds easy, right? Any percent really depends on the humans. There's any percent and then there's all humans. All humans, guess what? You gotta save all the humans, whether you like it or not. And it makes it a little bit harder and trickier. In any percent, not all humans survive this run, unfortunately. And you can actually tell which ones are saved and which ones aren't by looking at the upper left part of the screen. If it's green, that means they've been saved. If it's not green, I'm sorry. But it is what it is. And then experience is just the difficulty. So now, we are gonna get my nose itches every single time I play this game, I figure. But now we are getting to Demon Cube. Its real name is Atomic Cube, but I call it Demon Cube because it's RNG heck. I'm holding on to this human, which is kind of a scary proposition. As I mentioned earlier, holding on to humans for a long time, not usually the smartest play, but I'm holding onto it so it doesn't get stolen. If you don't pick up a human fast enough, they tend to get taken by aliens, because aliens. But it's going to give me a shield, and that's going to be super important to this next boss. Rule of thumb, you need to take out the red voxels. Voxels are just a fancy way of saying a 3D pixel. But it's also going to be shooting bullets at me, which isn't fun. And then it's also going to be producing gray shield voxels that get in my way. And you're coming this way, so I'm going to do this. And at this point, if you have any good luck in chat, I kind of need it right now because it's going to get heckin' scary. Thanks. Yeah, the most annoying part of this particular fight, I'm playing really safe right now, is you have to be super aggressive if you want to be super fast. Like that. I consider that arguably a slow fight with Atomic Cube, but yeah, that's where the 5D of the dodgeball come into play. Hard. But we're out of that, so heck. Straight, calm down, heck. Alright, level 4. Now the game's actually going to get hard. Every single level has its own kind of motif or like lesson to learn. Level 3 is all about, yeah, we're just gonna give you this really hard boss, deal with it. Level 4 is a matter of, let's see how many things we can put on the screen before you either die or kill them. You'll notice that real fast in stage 3. Let me get this extra life. Also, shout out to the most satisfying types of sequence keepers. Oh, I love doing those. It's one of those, they feel so good when you do it, and then when you mess it up, it's like, oh, oops. Also, shout out to Yeet. There we go. Wait, ooh, hi. Oh, you cheeky boy. You cheeky box you. So this has a lot of new enemies, especially these mega spooters. They're the bane of my existence. On higher difficulties, their bullets go everywhere, and it's not fun. But you just kind of stay above them, and they're a little bit safer. Let's see, what else I can talk about? Oh, so if you look at my ship, a cool thing about Resogun and the speedrun is you can build whatever ship you want. Because there are specific stats, overdrive, boost, and agility, or speed. You have 15 points to work with, and you can build it however you want. The size of the ship doesn't matter either, because all you're really concerned about is the core voxel in the center of the ship. So you can have literally a single pixel and call that a ship, or you can have like this giant heckin' cube of heckin' fluff, and that's totally cool. Do what you want. And a lot of people have actually built unique custom ships, and you can put them up on the PlayStation Store, and there we go. And yeah, download them, play however you want. You can choose whatever weapon you want. It's super customizable, which is really nice. There we go. But in addition, if you look on like the outer sides of my ship, there is this kind of like circle. In the center, it looks a little wonky right now. That's because I have a shield on. But the upper half of the circle is my... I don't like lasers. Is my boost gauge. So that tells me how much boost I have. The bottom half is overdrive. This next keeper is the bomb keeper, so I have to look. Okay, so you're over there. Got you. Now, this is the part of the level that's going to get scary, because it's going to keep on building up enemies, and if you don't kill them very quickly, you will have very little room to work with. So, if you have a few donations... Actually, let me talk really quickly about, well, the meme. So, the next boss, it functions very similarly to Atomic Cube. Kill the, hit the red voxels, don't hit the gray voxels. The difference is this one, you chip away the gray voxels, they don't come back, which is nice. But it's still a meme, you'll see why. Feel free to say the obligatory words when you see it. But yeah, again, perfect time for a couple donations. You can actually honestly read through the boss even if you want, if you have any upcoming bid wars or
sure.
incentives
I
and
have
whatnot.
so much love for this game. You don't even know, but you're about to know. I have $10 from Best Boy Edward. Instructions unclear. Yeeted Enterprise. Trying to fly Bard. Please advise. I have $200 from Jason LaRose. Between Asuka, Nichole, and chat, y'all are so sweet. I'm gonna get cavities. Heart emoji. Thank you, chat. You are sweet.
Yes, you are. Okay. Keep going. Boss is being rude.
I have $25 from Solaris. Ha! Don't eat the Bard. Good luck, Asuka. And I have...
I yeeted myself.
No.
That's alright. I got lives. We're good.
I have $20 from Anonymous who says,
I should say, the Edward comments and Bard comments, I do a lot with the Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise community. So, and my favorite character is Best Boy. He's actually right there. There's a Perler Edward that I have. One of like 3 Edwards I have. But yeah. So
that's incredibly precious.
Thank you all. Y'all are so sweet. Heck and love. But yeah, so that was Doomsphere, a giant orb. Yeah, you pretty much, the fastest way to get rid of it is to just boost into it and then overdrive it until you're out of overdrive and then you bail. But yeah, that boss is being exceptionally rude, which makes sense. But anywho, we are actually on level 5 Mephitis, and that means our time is running short, my friends. Hopefully you've enjoyed me in complete panic mode for like however long this currently is. But Mephitis is kind of like a victory lap, if you will. It doesn't seem like it because there's a lot going on, but it's just, for me, at this point, I'm kind of tuned out, having a good time, enjoying myself. Particularly because of the soundtrack. We are going to talk for a hot second about Housemarque and their ability to make stellar soundtracks. Actually, let me get rid of those peeps before they kill me. Let's not do that. Yeah, oh my god, I listen to the soundtrack to this next all the heckin' time. But it's so good. That's our last weapon power-up. This is the most cathartic boost to the entire game, right here. Because you just get to go through mostly everything, and it's great. But, with me continuously yapping, we're getting close, actually, to the final phase of level 5, trying not to die to laser faces, which gets a little awkward. There we go. So, Serpentinus is the final boss of the game. It's a giant pull and peel. I've probably dated myself right now by calling it a pull and peel. Deal with it. You'll see it has multiple phases, and you'll understand my pull and peel comment when you see it do its thing. Let me just yeet this human. Let me boost down here so I can get this human. There we go. Yeah, that human I have to be really careful with because that's the last bomb. And I use, well, 2 bombs on this stage. Every bomb is very specifically routed in the run. Just with, it's so much easier to deal with a lot of the enemies when the whole map is just madness. Now, the last 2 humans are actually extra lives, and I've already activated one. This one here is the annoying one in all humans, because it likes to not follow the appropriate sequence, and I tend to die. That's okay. Now, I've got that extra life. Let's get this one just for insurance. 5 lives, knock on wood, I should still be fine. Also, the most beautiful overdrive in the entire game. It's great. Come on, there we go. So, like I said, it's a pull and peel, the final boss. It has a few different attacks. I can explain them as I go. You're trying to kill me. That's not very nice. You're also trying to kill me. That's not very nice. There we go. But with that, yeah, we're actually. Oh, you spawned over there. That's rude. That's okay. All right. So we are heading to the final boss right now. You thought I would have to fight all those, did you? No. Anyway, Serpentitis. Phase 1, it tries to eat me. It's rude. You keep a decent distance away, it can't grab me. At this point, come on. There we go. Now we're in pull and peel mode. So it's going to keep on trying to come up through the map. I'm going to hit the wrong button and die because I need to stick to the script. And then, there we go. It's going to reform. It's going to say, heck, that didn't work. And it's going to spawn somewhere. Let's just spawn. There you are. You silly goosey. It's going to do this. It's going to go to my favorite phase, which likes to puncture the map. As long as you stay outside the circles, it's fine. And now it's going to do a last gasp. I will say time is coming up. I saw that. In the very near future, I'm just going to shoot the belly because it can't touch me anymore and the game's over. But yes, time comes up at the Armageddon, so right now, time. And that, my friends, is Resogun, Aces Methodist, any percent on experience difficulty. Quick Easter egg, this congratulations screen changes depending on what difficulty you did it on. Rookie is, it's like the simulation you did. But on experience, it mentions an uninhabited planet they found that they're going to call Earth. So again, I'm not saying aliens, but the proof is in the text right there. It's aliens. Something. Stuff and things. Doesn't matter. But anywho, shout outs to all my friends and family that stopped by, the community. Y'all are heart. They like breaking me with their kindness because they are amazing, good people. Nichole, you're also amazing too, straight up. I was so happy to see host. It's been a whirlwind. Words are so hard. You saw in the interview, I'm still really new to speedrunning, and the first step was literally my first step into speedrunning. So a year and a half in, and I'm already playing a game that I love for everybody. It means so much. And honestly, if you look at this and go, there's so many really good people, I could never do this, you're wrong. You can. You absolutely can do this. Just pick a game that you love and that you're gonna play and just do it. Start off slow and just work your way up. It's very possible, and everybody I've met along the way, from people I've met while hosting and doing social media for GDQ, for the free enterprise community that I'm a part of, y'all are amazing, and thank you for making this an absolute treat. So I've yapped on long enough. So thank you, everybody. Hearts.
Thank you so much. It was such a fun run. We have a lot of love coming in for that run, too. I have a $50 donation from Soapbox Gamer. They say, all the heckin' love and fluff. Thank you so much for that donation. I have $50 from Warlink05. Good luck on the run, Asuka, and the president of the Edward Club. I have $25 from Nth. Congratulations to Asuka for making it to the GDQ stage from both myself and Taylor. We're both so happy for you and proud of you for all your hard work to get there. Putting the $25 to Runner's Choice. And I have $25 from Yami. Get into the ship, Asuka. If you don't, the aliens will win, and don't forget to use the spoon to defeat them. This donation goes to Runner's Choice. Thank you so much for your donation. We are now at a total raised of $317,555. Wow, chat, that's amazing. Can you believe that? We are already at that much, and there's so much GDQ to go. And you know what? We can get more GDQ. How, Nicole? How do we get more GDQ? Well, let me tell you. So, bonus game two is Grand Theft Auto 3. We are currently at $26,665.11 out of the 90,000 needed for it. I know we can do it. You know we can do it. So, let's get that done and get more GDQ. Also, I'd like to say I'm very proud. Davy, Blue Chameleon, is now at $85. He is getting the love that he deserves. So thank you, chat, so much for that. And we do have a bunch of other cool incentives too. In fact, I have a $15 donation from Slinvoda. I nearly gasped when I saw the blindfolded turbo tunnel incentive. I gotta see it. Thank you so much for your donation, and I gotta see it too. It is at 17,898.09 out of 25,000. So we're getting really close to that. If you want to see the blindfolded turbo tunnel, please go ahead and get those donations in towards that incentive. I have a $20 donation from Luxo. They say SGDQ hype. Thank you so much. And I'm still getting in love for Teardown. I have Silent Livia for $50. What an amazing run of Teardown. I really like those blocks where a bunch of lesser known games are being destroyed. Always great fun. Smiley face. Thank you so much for the donation. It's really, really cool to see games that aren't as well known get completely destroyed in the speedrunning. It's so much fun. I have $250 from Waltikins. They say, hello, GDQ. I love your events, but don't normally get to watch them live. Now that I can, I just had to donate and add some extra for all the entertainment the VODs have given me. Extra shoutouts to the night crew for keeping this marathon running 24/7. Shout out to Meg and Love from Washington, D.C. Thank you so much for your donation. I have a $25 donation from Anonymous. Their comment says, no comment, winky face. Thank you so much. I have a $25 donation from Cage NYC. Always love some GDQ. Thank you so much for the donation. I have a $25 donation from Furry Fisticuffs that says, boop.